Dun 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 dun! Here we go with part 2. What is Steemit? What is it? Smurf, tell me. Cough, cough. What is Steemit? All right, Steemit. We're gonna be just covering what Steemit is today, and how you can be, just giving you some knowledge about Steemit and how you can be that much more successful. Because if you're looking into the platform or you're just hearing about it, maybe you want to know what it is exactly, how it works, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go into the main page right now. Boom. Going over here. And while I'm over here, this time I am going to remember pop my cam. Hey, it's me. Actually, I don't like myself. This is a really shitty cam. Anyway, I'm going to be here. So I'm going to go over this. This is Steemit.com, social media platform. What I'm actually going to do is, where is this other one at? I want this one. Boom. Give me a second. I'm going to go to this other, get this other one up. Is it? Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe football? Okay. Boom. So this is actually a different account. Now, as you're saying here, this is my personal account, Ukulele Tutorials. And what I'm going to show you guys is just what Steemit is itself. So if you were logged in, if you were to log in, you'd be greeted by your home page, which is just going to be a news feed of different stuff. So these are people that I follow, as well as some trending topics and whatnot. They feed you in some stuff until you get people. And if I click on my name or my icon up here in the top right corner, which is almost out of view, on top of me, I can scroll down here and see different options. This is where you're going to navigate most of the time. Just clicking that and clicking this, or clicking, you click that if you're on mobile, but clicking this. Main things are going to be your feed, which is where I'm at right now. Boom. Blog, which is where all your posts show up. So if you make a post or if you share somebody's post, it's going to show up on your blog. Comments, which lets you see any comments that you've made, as well as replies, which lets you see any people that have replied to your comments or something that you've said, something related to you. Wallet's going to be a big important one. And if you saw that, it might be the way at this point. Wallet, which lets you see all of the Steam in your account as well as the Steam power. So here's the Steam power in my account. This middle layer, there's the Steam, and then Steam dollars. Now, most of the time when you make a post on Steemit, you're going to be earning Steam power and Steam dollars. Now, and that's because what you earn is Steam and SBD, Steam dollars, at the same time, most usually. What do I mean by that? Why am I saying usually? I don't know what this is even loaded, the Olympics. But if I were to make a post, and this, like right where my head is at right now, right above this, up here, this area, says the rewards. So you get to choose if you want 100% power up whenever you make a post. If you want the rewards to be 100% power up, it means it just all goes to your Steam power. Or if you want it to be 50-50, which means you get some Steam power and some SBD. Or if you just want to decline the payout, I wouldn't suggest doing that. I would suggest having one of those. And if you want to upvote this post yourself, you can just click it now and it'll do it right away, or you can just not do that right now and do it later. Yeah, so that's that. I'm going to do some really basics while I'm over here, I guess. This middle bar here, which is kind of out of focus, but if I kept typing F, you could see stuff come over here, is where you put your title. So you title your blog there. Any content goes in here. This right here, this long link, is actually an image, so that's how images show up when you're designing it. This is really similar to like if you used to have like Zanga or something like that back in the day. This is like bare bones, like it doesn't look as nice as Facebook and stuff looks when you're like posting it, or it's more Reddit-like, you know? It's like Reddit and Facebook. So that's how images get shown up. Text just pops up normally. And then this middle section here, under section here, is where you put your hashtags. So when you put a hashtag or a tag, we just call it tags here, you just space, and they all have to be undercase or lowercase. And so if this was your first post, these are hashtags that I suggest for your first Steemit post. This is for the Money Match gaming community, so if you're a gamer, these are hashtags that I would suggest for you as a gamer for your first post. Introduction. The introduce myself, or introduce yourself. Oops, shouldn't be myself. Introduce yourself. Why have I chosen this hashtag? Because if I go to this and I go here and I look at and I click tags, you can see all. It's not showing up for you guys because it's a drop down. It's a weird one, but it shows you all the tags. If I click all tags, it shows you all the tags that are popular. And one of the most popular tags, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th most popular tag is introduce yourself. When I click introduce yourself and I look at new post, this one has some votes on it. This one has some votes on it. This one has some votes. They're all going to be getting votes because that's what people do on Steemit for new users. So if you want some free votes, and this is worth 8 times or 5 times 8, because it's $8 is $1. $1 of Steem is worth $8 today. So that's at least 5 times 8. Actually, so that's 40 cents right now in 7 minutes. 40 cents in 7 minutes. That guy made. So one hashtag that you want to use is introduce yourself. Going back to what's wrong page. Next one that I would suggest use it is another top hashtag, which is just Steemit. Next one that you would want to use is gaming, because you're in the gaming community, and I would mention that you're a gamer, so that gamers see you and they're like, oh, here's a new gamer. I'll like him just because it's a gamer. Maybe I want to follow this gamer. What games does he like? Stuff that you maybe want to include in this post. Also, just a pro tip here, including a selfie gets you that much more money. This woman, I don't know what the hell she's doing to get that. Well, she's a woman too, but like, yeah, you're gonna make some money. You're gonna make some money, guys. 2 hours, $10. But what these posts have is pictures of themselves, and pictures. You know, it's not just nothing. It's the picture. She wrote a lot, and then she wrote it in English and other language. Actually, it's only 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph, but she included a picture of herself. And it's $10 worth. What other hashtags? You can look at posts like this and see what hashtags they used. No, she's like Korean or something, so I don't know what she might. But introduce yourself, blog, story, Spanish, life. I don't know how the hell she got Spanish in there, but whatever. So that's what you want to do. Use those hashtags. Again, you at least want to use introduce yourself and gaming is your hashtags. Use those 2 and you'll do great. Guarantee you. If you're in the gaming community, if you're one of our MMG members. I want to look at this post that I've been making to make sure I stay on track. So what is Steemit actually itself? It's a social media platform that pays you for liking, commenting, just acquiring data for them, pretty much. The same way that Facebook does and Twitter does. All these social media platforms make money off of the data that they get from their users. If their user is liking a bunch of health pictures, their user probably likes health related things, and then they can have their advertisers can pay for, you know, tracking that's going on health related users, or like say, hey, Facebook wants to make sure you guys are seeing content that you like, and so if they're showing you anything in your feed that's an advertisement, maybe be health related instead of like, you know, like Nazis or something. I don't know, because you probably don't like those. But that's how it's going to work. That's how it works. That's how they make their money. It's off of selling that data. Just that, if anything else, it's internet companies that, like from the .com bubble and all that stuff, and Facebook, these social media, they make money off of data. Cryptocurrencies make money off of data. Data mining, cryptocurrency mining. It's mining data. And so Steemit as a social media platform, wow, what do social media platforms do? They mine data. So Steemit's able to mine its own data via you just liking social media posts and sharing posts and so on and so forth. It's a platform that does that. Now these social media platforms that you know about, like Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, they're billion-dollar companies, billion-dollar companies. But none of that money is going back out to you guys because, you know, they own the shares. They own the shares of the company. So they make that money. That's like if you watch the movie, The Social Media Network, with them. I haven't seen the whole movie, but I've seen scenes. But there's a big argument on one of the scenes about like one of the guys getting gypped on his shares, and he like gets like 2% shares or something like that, versus everybody else has like these large shares, and they like reduced his so they could sell them to the masses, and so the other people could buy into Facebook. That's the exact same thing happening on Steemit. You get shares in Steemit actually, and that is shown in your wallet. So when I go to my wallet and I look at, and that's Steam Power actually, your Steam Power, It says $69 of Steam power, but what this is a bank, and it takes a while for you to withdraw it from this bank. And the reason it takes a while for you to withdraw it is not just so that the market doesn't fluctuate on Steam, but it's because these are shares in the company, and you can always invest more shares. If I wanted to, I could take the Steam that I made from however the hell I got the Steam, and I could power up. Power up means get more shares. And when you get more shares, your vote becomes worth more because you have more say in a company. If you were sitting at a table with a bunch of business execs for a company, and you have 30 shares, and the guy across from you has 60 shares, he has more say than you, and so his vote, when you guys have to vote, is worth more than your vote at 30%. That's what Steemit is. You are deciding your vote via how much you contribute, and you can always make this go up by posting more to the platform or commenting however the hell you want to do it to earn more Steam. But these are your shares in the company itself. That's how you want to look at that, and it's worth money. So as the price of Steam goes up, one Steam dollar goes up, it's $8. It's $8 share, then you go up. So that's how that works. Again, you can always power this down, start collecting that money. It powers down in like it's 12 or 13 weeks, however you want to figure that out. I just go by 12, and it's perfectly fine mathematically. But for me right now, 64. I could pump this up, but they say don't do that. But at 64 or whatever, it's 4.9 Steam per week. So that's about $40, just under $40 today per week that I would get in Steam. And if I wanted to make sure that I didn't just lose out on that, I would keep making sure that I make at least $4 of Steam every week, or $8 because it's going to get split in half if I'm not powering it all up to 100%. And just in case that's like a lot, I'm going to go to that page real quickly. So again, if I wanted to start powering down right now, 4.5 or 4.9 Steam per week, power down, and earn that, it would just, and what that would do is it would just pop it into my wallet. So if I said power down, this would pop it into here, that amount of Steam. But it would take a week. And again, you have the option when you make a new post. When you make a new post, you can always get that from just being on the top of your screen, pushing post. When you make a new post, over here in the right hand corner, it'll stay whatever you saved it as, wherever you push last. But you can power up all the way. So if I wanted to make sure, if my strategy is just to power down for Steam, then maybe I want to power up all the way. Or maybe I'm just fine with half. But if it's just powering up all the way, then you only need to make $4 a week to cover yourself, or $5 a week to cover yourself. If it's half, then you need to double that. And that's if you're withdrawing. And you're like, I'm going to make money off of this. Another thing you can do is, like, when you have money in SBD, which is why you maybe want to put it in half, because half's going in here and half's going in there, you can withdraw this right away. You can send this off market to an exchange, Binance, or Bittrex, or Coinbase. You can send it to them right away just by typing that and then typing in whatever the hell the address is, the memo. They'll give you an address, and you put the address in the memo, but you can send that off platform right away, and that would be worth money right away. It'll be itself, and you can convert it into Bitcoin, and that's easy to do. It just happened. That's just what you do. It's not difficult. If you're in the Money Match gaming community, and you're like, I'm not sending it off, I don't have these other, you guys get it special where you can just send us the Steam or SBD, and we will take care of you and get you your prizes, or if you wanted a video game, or we're going to take care of you guys. So we'll do that for you. Just send us what it's worth or what we're asking for, and we'll get you a freaking new video game or Wii U or whatever the hell you want, or just money. But that's how we're taking care of you guys with that. Let me get back into this blog article that I have written down here. How do you make money on Steemit? Again, there's three main ways to make money on Steemit. First way is to just like somebody's post. So I'm going to go to the gaming community for this, or I should do music. I haven't been in music for a while, but yeah, I haven't been in music for a while, and my thing is ukuleles. So I'm going to go to somebody who's new in music, and this is why I don't go to this one that much, because this is just people with stuff. This guy already has 7 days. I like this. Okay, this is better. I can at least, because I'm just doing this as an example. This guy's video, it's a nice picture of a guitar, is why I'm going to go to it. This is just an example. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like this. And when I like this post, Boom. It's going to put 4 cents on it because I'm worth 4 cents. How much does it take to be worth 4 cents today? 69 Steem. But that's how much I'm worth, and so it adds 4 cents onto this with 2 votes. That's how that goes, because my Steem power. Let's go to somebody else. Let's go to somebody else for another example. I'm going to go into maybe cryptocurrency. I'm going to find somebody with, okay, this guy right here. This guy has 46 cents, and he has 3 votes. Stephen Mernking covers Christianity and cryptocurrencies on the Sharpening Report. Wow, this sounds really controversial. What I can first do is see if I'm being smart about this. I can look and I can see who voted that had the most power. He himself has the most voting power on this post, so he's most likely, contributed at least 10 cents to this vote. So what I can do here is, whether I watch this or not, I could comment, and this is actually a step down in the bottom, but I could comment and say, wow, this was a good watch. Crypto market truly is full of opportunity. Now, I'm actually going to watch this for a second so that I can make sure I'm not just fully bullshitting that.
Weird, but I love your voice on the radio.
Well, I tell you what, when I found that there was a real lack of deep and meaningful conversation.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that right there. But what this is likely to do is, if he likes this, then I'm going to make 10 cents on this post itself. Now, he posted this 7 minutes ago, so maybe by the time I finish this, he'll actually have seen that I did that. I'm going to move this along so he actually gets.
We're going to apply our.
Okay. So boom. I commented. That's one way of making money, because he could like this post and he's worth a lot of money. So you want to find people like that, and you can find it by looking at the votes. If there's not a lot of votes and you see that it has a lot of money, find out who has given it the most money by clicking this little arrow next to votes on the right side of votes, and it will tell you the top person has contributed the most money, and it goes on down. So you could follow that person then if you wanted to, but I'm just going to comment, and then I'm going to like this so that he's like, oh, and you liked it, and it's going to give him that money. Now, one other reason why I would choose people like this is for curation rewards. You get curation rewards when you like a post and when you share a post. So if I were to just like this, maybe I'll share it too. I don't know, because maybe this guy makes a lot of money. If I were to share it, I get entered into curation rewards for sharing the post. The same thing happens when I like it. When I like a post, I then get entered into the 25% of the curation rewards. I believe it's just 25%, but that's a pool of money that's saved for the people that like and share the post. That pool of money, 25%, is saved for them, and they'll make however. So if only one person, then only one person gets 25%. That's a nice chunk that you get. But if it's more people, then they split that pot. So if this post continues to get money, we will still make 25%. Whoever votes or shares it, of that post. So that's the second way to make money. It's liking posts, and the third way is sharing posts. Those are the 3. And then the fourth, which is, I kind of just started with that one, which was commenting. Now, commenting is really the kicker, because unlike liking, when you like a post, and this is all on the blog itself, but when you like a post, it depletes your Steem. Your Steem power for the day. So your Steem power every 24 hours replenishes, but if you keep liking things, it goes down. And so right now I'm worth 4 cents, but if I like 2 more posts, I'll be worth 3 cents, and then I'll be worth 2 cents, and then I'll be worth 1 cent, and I could stop at any point in time. Like when I'm worth 3 cents, I could stop for 4 or 5 hours, and it would go back up to 4 cents. It replenishes, but you need to give it time. That's something that Steem implemented. I think it's a great strategy they did there. Other social media platforms also have strategies like this. You can't continue to just comment on, or you can't just continue to like posts on Facebook or Instagram. Try it. Try to like 100 posts on Facebook or Instagram, and they will stop you. They will stop you at some point, and they will say, hey, you're doing this too quickly. Same thing they're doing on Steemit, but there's more value because money's actually being given out for your opinion, and so they don't want you to just spam, and that's how they're stopping you from just spamming. Okay. But again, you can just read about that in the post itself, this blog article. Okay, Can I just post and like? Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, okay. That pretty much wraps it up, actually. I guess I could explain Steam Power itself a little bit better. So Steam Power itself, I think I just did this, but Steam Power itself, you want to think about it. Think about a cup. So you think about a cup. So you have a cup, and I'm gonna go to my actual wallet for this cup analysis thing I'm gonna do. If you have a cup full of Steam Power, actually, like, oh, this is cool. I actually have a cup. So here's my Steam Power. This is my Steam Power. It's all the way to the brim of my cup. So I was asleep, and my Steam Power was charging up, and now it's all the way to the brim. It's at 100%. I'm gonna like a post now. That was cool. That's good. That made me a little bit of money. I'm gonna like another post. I think this post is gonna make me some good money, and I like the post itself. It's got good content. I'm gonna continue to like posts. Okay. Wow. I would like to fill this back up because this has really been really good, but my bottle is kind of empty, so I'm gonna need to get some more of this. It's gonna take me about 2.5 hours before I can go get some more of this. But when I do, wait that 2.5 hours, it'll fill back up, and it'll be just as good again. That was a horrible analogy, but that's how it works. Just imagine it as a cup that's going up and down throughout the day, and there's way too much pop at one time. I feel disgusting now. Hopefully, this introduction to Steemit itself has helped you guys out a little bit. Look at me up in that window. Hi, me. Anyways, tune in to the third part of our tutorials, which is where we'll actually be teaching you about well, I think first what we're going to do is teach you how to save your password and stuff. Save your passwords, guys. That's pretty simple. Just save your passwords in Google Drive or somewhere. But then just getting started on Steemit itself, making that post again, making your first post, how to be successful with that first post and onward. And then we're going to teach you some really smart things as well. Get you guys really going. And ready to make, like, I mean, $50 in your first week. I don't know, potentially. I'm not saying you're going to, but you could make a lot of money. But it's really just about gaming here in the Money Match Gaming community. This is to help you guys be able to pay for entry fees for things like the Clash and Smash. It'll pretty much be free at this point. Like, Realms signed up yesterday, and he's got a free entry into Clash and Smash, pretty much. Yeah. And we can reward you guys because we're worth a nice vote. We can just vote on you guys' post and give you money for just being here. That's the point. So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. If you're not a part of the Money Match Gaming community, think about joining it. Follow us on Steemit, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. See you guys.